The rarest woman in the world is rooted in an unshakable understanding of her source. She knows that her value, her identity, and her purpose are not products of society's standards, cultural expectations, or fleeting opinions. Her foundation is deeper, unmovable, and eternal. She understands that before she was formed, she was designed with intention, crafted by the Creator who made no mistakes in her design. This woman does not waste her energy seeking validation from others because her sense of worth is anchored in her origin. She is not the sum of her achievements, the labels placed upon her, or the roles she plays. Her essence is divine, and she carries the assurance that her existence is not accidental. Her strength is drawn from knowing that her source is perfect, infinite, and consistent, and because of that, she walks with confidence in her uniqueness. The rare woman's knowledge of her source informs her choices. She is not swayed by trends, nor does she allow external pressures to define her actions. When the world tells her to conform, she chooses authenticity because she knows her source made her distinct. She is not afraid to stand out, for she realizes that being different is part of her design. Her source gives her resilience. When challenges arise, she does not crumble because her foundation is not fragile. She knows that she has access to wisdom beyond her own, strength beyond her capacity, and peace beyond understanding. She remains steadfast, not because she is without fear or doubt, but because she knows where to turn when those moments come. This awareness also shapes how she interacts with others. She does not need to compete for attention or position because she knows she is already complete. Her sense of worth does not come from diminishing others, but from lifting them, knowing that abundance flows from her source. She is generous, gracious, and confident, for she understands that nothing and no one can subtract from her value. The rare woman understands that her source also defines her boundaries. She is not for sale, not open to exploitation, and not subject to every voice or opinion that seeks to sway her. She knows she is priceless because her source is timeless. She guards her dignity because it reflects the glory of the one who gave it to her. In every area of her life, she is guided by this knowledge. Whether in relationships, career, or personal growth, she draws from her source, ensuring that her decisions align with her purpose. This clarity gives her peace in uncertainty and boldness in adversity, for she knows she is connected to something greater than herself. The rarest woman in the world is not defined by what she has, but by who she is. She knows her source, and this knowledge is her power, her anchor, and her light. The rarest woman in the world is defined by her unwavering understanding of her purpose. She does not wander aimlessly through life, nor is she consumed by the endless pursuit of temporary pleasures or shallow goals. Instead, she moves with clarity and conviction, knowing that she was created for something specific, something significant, something eternal. Her life is not dictated by chance, but by divine intent, and she has aligned herself with the reason for her existence. Understanding her purpose gives her direction. She does not waste time comparing herself to others or trying to mimic someone else's path. She knows that every person is created uniquely, and her assignment is tailored to her. While others may drift, trying to fit into societal molds or achieve fleeting success, she remains focused on the lane marked out for her. She is not distracted by noise because her inner compass is guided by her Creator, who has already defined her destiny. This understanding shapes her choices. Every decision she makes, whether small or monumental, is weighed against her purpose. She does not invest her time, energy, or resources in things that do not align with her vision. Her yes is intentional, and her no is unapologetic. She refuses to dilute her potential by engaging in activities that do not propel her toward her calling. This focus makes her disciplined, resilient, and unwavering, even in the face of setbacks. The rare woman is not easily swayed by societal pressures because she knows her purpose transcends human expectations. She does not feel the need to conform or to gain the approval of others. While society might try to define success as wealth, beauty, or status, she measures success by how faithfully she fulfills her assignment. This makes her immune to superficial praise or criticism, for her value lies not in what she accumulates, but in what she contributes. Purpose also gives her strength in adversity. When challenges arise, and they always do, she does not crumble or retreat. Instead, she views difficulties as opportunities to grow, learn, and refine herself. She understands that her purpose is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Obstacles become stepping stones because she is determined to fulfill her destiny. She does not allow temporary setbacks to deter her from her long-term goals. This woman is intentional about the legacy she builds. She knows that her purpose is not just about her, it is about the people she impacts, the lives she touches, and the seeds she plants for future generations. She is a woman of influence, not because she seeks power, but because her life inspires others to discover their own purpose. Her actions, words, and choices resonate with a depth that leaves a lasting mark on the world around her. Her purpose also defines her identity. She does not tie her worth to roles, titles, or relationships. Whether she is a mother, a leader, a teacher, or an entrepreneur, she knows that these are expressions of her purpose, not its entirety. She embraces every season of life, recognizing that her purpose is dynamic, unfolding as she grows and evolves. She is not afraid of failure because she understands that purpose is a journey, not a destination. Missteps are not final, they are lessons that guide her closer to where she is meant to be. This mindset frees her from fear and enables her to take bold steps toward her calling. She trusts that every experience, whether triumph or trial, is part of a greater plan. The rarest woman in the world is a force to be reckoned with because she is aligned with her purpose. Her understanding of why she exists fuels her every move, giving her a sense of peace, passion, and power that cannot be shaken. The rarest woman in the world understands that she was not created empty. She recognizes that within her lies a reservoir of potential, gifts, and talents waiting to be developed and unleashed. She does not underestimate what has been placed inside her, nor does she neglect the responsibility of nurturing those treasures. Instead, she cultivates her gifts with intentionality, discipline, and vision. This woman knows that gifts are not fully formed at the moment of discovery. They are seeds that require care, effort, and time to grow into their fullest expression. She is not content to leave her abilities dormant or rely solely on raw talent. She commits herself to the process of learning, practicing, and refining. She seeks out opportunities to stretch herself, even when it is uncomfortable, because she understands that growth often happens outside of comfort zones. She does not take shortcuts, for she knows that mastery requires dedication. She invests her time and resources into honing her skills, reading, studying, and surrounding herself with those who challenge her to be better. She is willing to start small, knowing that excellence is built through consistent, incremental progress. Every hour she spends sharpening her abilities is an investment in her future, and she approaches this work with patience and perseverance. The rare woman refuses to compare her gifts to those of others. She understands that comparison breeds either insecurity or arrogance, and both are distractions. Her focus is on her unique abilities and how they are meant to serve her purpose. She celebrates the successes of others while staying committed to her own path, knowing that every individual has a distinct role to play. Her confidence comes from recognizing that no one else can replicate what she brings to the world. This woman also sees her gifts as tools for service, not just for personal gain. She understands that the true value of her abilities lies in how they can benefit others, solve problems, and contribute to something greater than herself. She is generous with her talents, using them to inspire, uplift, and empower those around her. Whether in her career, community, or personal relationships, her gifts become instruments of transformation. She does not wait for perfect conditions to act. The rare woman knows that procrastination is the enemy of progress. She begins where she is with what she has, trusting that each step she takes will lead to greater opportunities. She does not allow fear of failure to paralyze her because she knows that every attempt, even those that don't succeed, brings her closer to mastery. Her commitment to cultivating her gifts also extends to her mindset. She recognizes that self-doubt and negativity can sabotage her potential, so she actively works to maintain a positive and growth-oriented attitude. She surrounds herself with people who believe in her and push her to aim higher. She silences the internal and external voices that tell her she is not enough, choosing instead to focus on the truth of her capabilities. The rare woman is not threatened by the idea of reinventing herself. She understands that her gifts may evolve and take on new forms as she journeys through life. She is open to change and willing to explore new avenues where her talents can be used effectively. This adaptability keeps her relevant, innovative, and constantly improving. She also teaches others the value of cultivating their own gifts. Her example inspires those around her to recognize their potential and take ownership of their growth. She is not threatened by the success of others because she knows that helping others rise does not diminish her light. Instead, it strengthens the impact of her own gifts, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond her immediate reach. The rarest woman in the world understands that cultivating her gifts is both a privilege and a responsibility. She does not squander what she has been given, but treats it as sacred, knowing that her abilities have the power to change lives, including her own. The rarest woman in the world is defined by her vigilance in protecting the most sacred parts of her being, her heart and her mind. She understands that these are the control centers of her life, the places where her emotions, thoughts, and decisions are shaped. She knows that what enters her heart and mind has the power to shape her destiny, and because of this, she guards them with unwavering commitment. She does not allow just anyone or anything to have access to her heart. Her heart is the wellspring of her life, the core of her emotions, desires, and values. She understands that what she treasures in her heart ultimately directs her actions. Knowing this, she is intentional about what she holds close. She surrounds herself with people, ideas, and influences that uplift, inspire, and align with her values. She has no room for negativity, manipulation, or toxicity because she knows that what takes root in her heart will bear fruit in her life. Guarding her mind is equally critical. The rare woman is keenly aware that her thoughts shape her reality. She takes responsibility for the ideas and beliefs she entertains, knowing that they become the blueprint for her decisions and actions. She does not let her mind become a dumping ground for fear, doubt, or mediocrity. Instead, she cultivates a disciplined thought life, feeding her mind with wisdom, truth, and positivity. She is selective about what she consumes, whether it be the media she watches, the conversations she engages in, or the environment she inhabits. She understands that everything she allows into her mind has an influence, and she is unwilling to compromise the purity of her thinking for the sake of temporary entertainment or convenience. This discipline allows her to maintain clarity, focus, and inner peace in a world that constantly seeks to distract and confuse. The rare woman sets boundaries unapologetically. She is not afraid to say no to people, situations, or opportunities that threaten the well-being of her heart and mind. She understands that not every invitation is an obligation, and not every connection is beneficial. She is discerning, recognizing the difference between what will build her up and what will tear her down. These boundaries are not walls of isolation, but gates of wisdom designed to protect her peace and purpose. This woman also recognizes that guarding her heart and mind requires continual renewal. She takes time to reflect, reset, and realign herself with her values. She invests in practices that nourish her spirit and clear her mind, such as prayer, meditation, or moments of solitude. She knows that the world is full of noise, and she must regularly tune out the chaos to hear the still, small voice of truth guiding her. Her vigilance extends to her emotional health. She does not allow offenses, grudges, or bitterness to take root in her heart. She understands that holding on to negativity only harms her, so she practices forgiveness and grace, not as a weakness, but as a strength. By releasing what does not serve her, she frees her heart to remain open, whole, and unburdened. The rare woman guards her mind against limiting beliefs. She does not allow fear of failure or the lies of inadequacy to take residence in her thoughts. Instead, she replaces those lies with affirmations of her identity, capability, and purpose. She trains her mind to focus on possibilities, solutions, and hope, knowing that a positive mindset is the foundation of a fulfilled life. Her commitment to guarding her heart and mind extends to her relationships. She surrounds herself with people who speak life into her, who challenge her to grow, and who encourage her in her journey. She avoids environments that breed insecurity, comparison, or negativity, choosing instead to invest in connections that align with her vision and values. The rarest woman in the world understands that her heart and mind are treasures. She treats them with the care and respect they deserve, knowing that everything she allows into them will either propel her forward or hold her back. She takes this responsibility seriously because she knows that her destiny depends on the health of these sacred spaces. The rarest woman in the world understands the profound value of relationships. She knows that true wealth is not found in the fleeting approval of the masses, but in the depth and authenticity of the connection she builds with others. She does not chase popularity or superficial admiration because she recognizes that these are temporary and hollow. Instead, she invests her energy in relationships that are rooted in trust, respect, and mutual growth. This woman chooses quality over quantity. While others may measure their worth by the number of followers, likes, or acquaintances they have, she measures hers by the depth of her bonds. She knows that one genuine connection outweighs 1,000 shallow ones. She does not seek to impress everyone, nor does she dilute her character to fit into every crowd. Her focus is on cultivating meaningful relationships that enrich her life and the lives of others. She is intentional about her relationships. The rare woman does not allow proximity or convenience to dictate her connections. She chooses her inner circle carefully, surrounding herself with people who share her values, challenge her to grow, and support her vision. She is not afraid to walk away from toxic or one-sided relationships because she understands that the people closest to her have the greatest influence on her mindset, decisions, and future. This woman values depth over appearances. She is not swayed by charm, status, or outward success. Instead, she looks for integrity, kindness, and authenticity in the people she connects with. She does not judge relationships by how they look on the surface, but by the character and intentions behind them. This discernment protects her from investing in connections that lack substance or sincerity. She also knows that relationships are built on reciprocity. The rare woman gives as much as she receives. She pours into the people she values, offering her time, energy, and support. She listens intently, encourages genuinely, and celebrates others without jealousy or hidden agendas. Her relationships are marked by mutual respect and shared growth, not by manipulation or selfishness. She is not consumed by the need to be liked by everyone. The rare woman knows that trying to please everyone is a futile and exhausting pursuit. She is comfortable with not being universally accepted because her focus is not on pleasing the crowd, but on honoring the people who matter most. She remains true to herself, even if it means standing alone, because she values authenticity over approval. Her commitment to relationships extends to how she treats others. She approaches every interaction with respect and empathy, regardless of status or background. She believes in treating people with dignity, not because of what they can offer her, but because of who they are. Her humility and kindness create an atmosphere of trust and openness, making her a person others can rely on and confide in. This woman prioritizes the relationships that matter most. She is a steward of her time and energy, ensuring that she invests in her family, close friends, and mentors. She does not let the distractions of the world pull her away from those she loves. She values the sacredness of these connections, knowing that they are a source of strength, joy, and purpose in her life. The rare woman also understands the importance of boundaries in relationships. She knows that honoring relationships does not mean tolerating disrespect or losing herself in the process. She maintains her identity and ensures that her connections are healthy and balanced. She communicates openly and honestly, resolving conflicts with grace and refusing to let misunderstandings fester. She views relationships as opportunities for growth and learning. Every person she meets, whether they stay for a season or a lifetime, contributes to her journey. She embraces the lessons each connection brings, allowing them to refine her character and expand her perspective. Even when relationships end, she carries the wisdom gained and continues to move forward with gratitude. The rarest woman in the world cherishes relationships because she knows they are the essence of life. While popularity fades and applause eventually quiets, the bonds she builds remain. Her focus is not on being known by everyone, but on being deeply known and loved by the people who truly matter. The rarest woman in the world is a remarkable embodiment of strength and grace. She is not defined by one or the other, but by the seamless integration of both. Her strength is undeniable, firm, resolute, and unyielding when it comes to her principles, responsibilities, and purpose. Yet, this strength is softened by a grace that makes her approachable, compassionate, and inspiring. She understands the power of balance, knowing that true influence comes not from dominance, but from the harmony of these two qualities. Her strength is rooted in her identity. She knows who she is and who she is not. This clarity allows her to stand firm in the face of adversity and opposition. She does not waver when her values are challenged or when life presents difficulties, because she has an inner resilience that cannot be easily shaken. She draws this strength from within, refusing to let external circumstances dictate her worth or her direction. At the same time, she wields her strength with humility. The rare woman understands that strength does not require loudness or aggression. She is not consumed by the need to prove her power to others because she knows it speaks for itself. Her quiet confidence is more compelling than the loudest boast, and her steady resolve commands respect without demanding it. Her grace shines in her interactions with others. Even when she has the authority or the ability to assert herself, she chooses kindness and understanding. She leads with empathy, always considering the impact of her words and actions. Her strength does not make her intimidating. Instead, it makes her a source of safety and trust for those around her. People are drawn to her not just for her capabilities, but for the warmth and compassion that accompany them. She is a peacemaker, yet she does not confuse peace with passivity. The rare woman knows how to stand her ground without creating unnecessary conflict. Her strength allows her to set boundaries and protect what matters to her, while her grace enables her to do so with respect and wisdom. She is firm but not harsh, decisive but not dismissive. Her approach is thoughtful, and her presence is a stabilizing force in any situation. Her strength with grace is most evident in times of difficulty. When faced with challenges, she does not crumble or become bitter. Instead, she rises to the occasion with courage and poise. She does not deny the reality of pain or struggle, but embraces them as opportunities to grow. Her grace allows her to maintain hope and perspective, even when the odds are against her. This resilience inspires others to persevere and find strength within themselves. She is also unafraid of vulnerability. The rare woman understands that showing vulnerability does not diminish her strength, it enhances it. By being honest about her struggles and imperfections, she creates a space where others feel safe to do the same. Her willingness to admit her humanity does not weaken her. Instead, it deepens the respect and admiration she commands. Her strength lies in her ability to be real without losing her dignity. Her grace is a reflection of her inner beauty. It is seen in the way she forgives, even when forgiveness is not deserved. It is evident in the way she lifts others up, even when she herself is burdened. She chooses to see the good in people, not out of naivety, but because she understands that grace has the power to transform. Her strength gives her the capacity to extend grace even in the most difficult circumstances. The rare woman's strength with grace also makes her an exceptional leader. She does not lead by fear or intimidation, but by example and inspiration. Her strength ensures that she is steadfast in her vision and unwavering in her integrity, while her grace ensures that she brings others along with her. She listens, encourages, and empowers, creating an environment where everyone feels valued and motivated to contribute. This balance of strength and grace is not something she takes lightly. She cultivates it through intentional reflection, self-awareness, and a commitment to growth. She understands that leaning too heavily on strength can lead to coldness, while an overemphasis on grace can lead to weakness. She strives to embody both, knowing that it is in their union that her true power lies. She does not let the world define what it means to be strong or graceful. She redefines strength as the ability to endure, protect, and persevere, and grace as the ability to love, forgive, and uplift. In doing so, she challenges stereotypes and expectations, paving the way for others to embrace their own unique blend of these qualities. The rarest woman in the world is a living testament to the beauty and power of possessing strength with grace. She is a force to be reckoned with, not because she overpowers others, but because she carries herself with a dignity that commands respect and a kindness that touches hearts. Her strength is her foundation, and her grace is her crown. The rarest woman in the world is a woman who never stops learning. She understands that the pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, and growth is not a phase but a lifestyle. For her, learning is not confined to a classroom or a specific period of life. It is a continuous journey that shapes her character, refines her abilities, and equips her to fulfill her purpose. She embraces every experience, opportunity, and challenge as a chance to learn and improve. This woman has an insatiable curiosity about the world around her. She approaches life with a sense of wonder, always asking questions and seeking to understand. She does not settle for surface level knowledge, but digs deep to uncover the why and how behind things. Her curiosity drives her to explore new ideas, perspectives, and skills, keeping her mind sharp and her spirit vibrant. She believes that growth happens at the edge of what we know, and she constantly pushes herself to expand that edge. She is humble enough to admit that she doesn't know everything. The rare woman sees ignorance not as a flaw, but as an opportunity to learn. She is not threatened by the idea of being corrected or challenged. Instead, she welcomes constructive feedback and values the insights of others. This humility allows her to grow without resistance, as she is not weighed down by pride or a need to appear infallible. She seeks out mentors and role models who can teach her from their experiences. She recognizes that wisdom is often found in those who have walked paths she has yet to travel. She listens intently, asks meaningful questions, and applies what she learns. But she does not stop there. She also shares her knowledge with others, knowing that teaching is a powerful way to deepen understanding and leave a lasting impact. Her learning is not limited to formal education or structured environments. She understands that life itself is a classroom, and every day offers lessons if she is willing to pay attention. She learns from her successes and her failures, from her joys and her sorrows, and from the people she encounters along the way. She views challenges as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, she asks herself, what can I learn from this? The rare woman is adaptable because of her commitment to learning. She understands that the world is constantly changing, and she is not afraid to change with it. Whether it's acquiring new skills, embracing new technologies, or rethinking old habits, she is open to growth in all its forms. She does not cling to outdated methods or mindsets out of fear or stubbornness. Instead, she evolves, staying relevant and effective in an ever-shifting landscape. She also values the power of self-reflection. The rare woman takes time to evaluate her thoughts, actions, and decisions. She is not afraid to look inward and confront her own shortcomings because she knows that self-awareness is the foundation of growth. She learns from her past not to dwell on it, but to use it as a stepping stone for a better future. This introspection helps her to make intentional choices and avoid repeating mistakes. Her pursuit of knowledge is holistic. She does not focus solely on one area of growth, but seeks to develop herself in every aspect of life, intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. She reads widely, explores diverse subjects, and engages in activities that challenge her mind and body. She is as committed to understanding herself as she is to understanding the world, ensuring that her growth is well-rounded and balanced. This woman understands that learning is not always easy or convenient. It requires effort, time, and sometimes stepping into uncomfortable situations. But she is willing to make those sacrifices because she values the results. She knows that every skill she develops, every lesson she learns, and every perspective she gains equips her to navigate life more effectively and to contribute meaningfully to those around her. She approaches learning with gratitude. She does not take for granted the privilege of access to information, resources, and experiences. She understands that not everyone has the same opportunities, and this awareness fuels her determination to make the most of what she has. She sees each new piece of knowledge as a gift, one that enriches her life and empowers her to be a better version of herself. The rare woman is a student of people as well as concepts. She observes the behaviors, choices, and experiences of others, drawing lessons from their triumphs and their mistakes. She values relationships as a source of wisdom, recognizing that everyone she meets has something to teach her if she is willing to listen. This openness makes her a bridge builder, someone who can connect with people from all walks of life and learn from their unique stories. Her commitment to lifelong learning fuels her creativity and innovation. She is not afraid to think outside the box because her mind is constantly being stretched by new ideas and perspectives. She approaches problems with a solution-oriented mindset, using her knowledge and adaptability to find ways forward. Her ability to learn and grow makes her a dynamic force, capable of thriving in any environment or situation. She is not intimidated by the idea of starting over. The rare woman understands that learning often requires letting go of old patterns and embracing the unfamiliar. She views change as an opportunity, not a threat, and is willing to take risks in order to grow. Whether it's learning a new skill, starting a new career, or entering a new phase of life, she approaches it with courage and curiosity. The rarest woman in the world knows that her greatest investment is in her own growth. She treats every moment, every conversation, and every experience as an opportunity to learn, knowing that this continuous journey of discovery is what shapes her into the extraordinary person she was created to be. The rarest woman in the world is not focused on fleeting achievements or momentary accolades. She understands that true success is measured by the legacy she leaves behind, the impact she has on those around her, the values she instills in others, and the example she sets for future generations. For her, legacy is not about what she accumulates in material wealth or fame, but about the influence she imparts, the wisdom she shares, and the lives she touches along the way. This woman is intentional about the legacy she creates. She is not passive in her journey. She understands that everything she does, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, adds to the story she will leave behind. She lives her life with purpose, making decisions that align with her values and vision for the future. She is mindful of how her words, actions, and choices will ripple through time, affecting not only her own life, but the life of others for generations to come. Her legacy is built on integrity. The rare woman knows that true greatness is not about public recognition or applause, but about maintaining honor and honesty in every situation. She holds herself accountable to the highest standards, even when no one is watching. She does what is right, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. Her integrity is unwavering, and this is the foundation upon which her legacy is built. She understands that her legacy is not only defined by what she does, but by who she is. The rare woman values character over accomplishments and knows that the way she treats people, her kindness, compassion, and empathy will be remembered far longer than any material success. She nurtures relationships, treats others with respect, and serves with humility, knowing that the love and care she shows others are the qualities that will endure long after her time. This woman is a mentor, guiding others to become the best versions of themselves. She invests in the lives of those around her, offering wisdom, encouragement, and support to help them navigate their own paths. Whether it's through formal mentorship or everyday interactions, she pours into others not for her own recognition, but to empower them to achieve their own potential. Her legacy lives in the successes and growth of those she has helped along the way. She knows that a lasting legacy is built over time, and she is patient with the process. The rare woman is not in a hurry to leave her mark on the world. She understands that lasting change takes time, and that the effects of her actions may not be immediately visible. She plants seeds of goodness, knowledge, and kindness, trusting that in time they will grow and bear fruit. Her legacy is also one of resilience. She faces challenges and setbacks with unwavering strength, knowing that her ability to persevere in the face of adversity will inspire others to do the same. She does not shy away from difficulties, but embraces them as opportunities to demonstrate grit, determination, and faith. In doing so, she sets an example of resilience that others can look to when they encounter their own struggles. This woman's legacy is one of empowerment. She is not a gatekeeper, hoarding knowledge and opportunities for herself. Instead, she opens doors for others. She lifts people up, helping them to find their own voice, their own strength, and their own path. She encourages others to dream big and take bold steps, not out of competition or comparison, but out of a deep desire to see others succeed and thrive. Her legacy is a legacy of empowerment, of lifting others higher and believing in their potential. She recognizes that her legacy is not just about her personal impact, but about contributing to something larger than herself. The rare woman is mindful of the legacy she leaves in her community, her family, and even in the world. She actively works to make a difference, whether through her career, her volunteer efforts, or her involvement in causes she cares about. She is part of a larger story, and she recognizes that her role is to add value, contribute to progress, and leave the world better than she found it. The rare woman is not defined by her legacy alone, but by how she lives every day. She knows that a true legacy is not something that can be simply written down or summarized in a few words. It is a living testament to a life well lived, filled with purpose, intention, and love. She leaves a legacy not just in grand gestures or significant moments, but in the everyday choices she makes to be a person of character, compassion, and contribution. Her legacy is one of wisdom. She imparts knowledge not for the sake of being recognized as an expert, but because she understands that wisdom has the power to change lives. She shares her experiences, lessons learned, and insights in a way that resonates with others, guiding them through their own struggles and helping them to avoid the pitfalls she once encountered. Her legacy is not just in what she knows, but in how she shares it with others to help them live fuller, more meaningful lives. This woman's legacy extends beyond her time. She understands that her influence will continue long after she is gone. Whether through her children, the people she mentored, the projects she initiated, or the communities she helped build, her legacy will live on in the hearts and minds of us. She plants trees whose shade she may never sit in, knowing that the work she does today will shape the future for years to come. The rarest woman in the world leaves a legacy of love, strength, resilience, and purpose. She lives her life with the understanding that the true measure of success is not in what she takes from the world, but in what she gives to it. Her legacy is one of depth, one that continues to grow and impact others long after she has finished her journey.